For motocross fans, RedBud is a July 4th weekend tradition. And now joining that is a group of tomorrow's stars, competing in the Moto Scouting Combine, allowing top amateurs to race the true pro track on the pro weekend and learn the experience that is pro motocross. Get to see the future stars of the sport right now. The Scouting Moto Combine, presented by U.S. Air Force Special Warfare Division. Welcome to RedBud and welcome to the training grounds for future motocross pros, coaches like Zach Osborne, Chad Reed, Brock Lover, and Ezra Lusk on hand to help coach today's amateur racers. Look at the results of the past Scouting Moto Combine events. Ryder DeFrancisco, Hayden Deegan, Chance Hymas, Casey Cochran, some of the names that stand out that have won these Combine events in the past. We'll go back to Ryder DeFrancisco as a Kawasaki rider in 2021, winning what would be a home race for him in California, Fox Raceway, and then winning again at the Ironman Combine that year as well. Chance Hymas, also a Kawasaki rider at the time, was runner-up to DeFrancisco. They battled hard in those races back then. Then you go to 2022 right here at RedBud, and Hayden Deegan, like a bomb going off, absolutely dominated the proceedings. There's Hymas, now switched to Honda. But Deegan impressed everyone, even the six-time national champion Jeff Stanton over there. And this was also really the racing debut for Deegan on a full-size motorcycle, the Yamaha 250F. He had been a super mini rider and showed the transition would be no problem, and now, 2 years after, is the points leader in the Pro Motocross 250 division. Hard to believe that all transpired in 2 years' time. And what's more is that Hymas is currently ranked second in the points in the Pro 250 division. Hymas then, at the Ironman Combine at the end of 22, went 1-1. Deegan was making his pro debut that day. Hymas has had a lot of success both here and in the Supercross Futures, which is all called SMX Next, giving these amateur riders a chance to learn pro motocross and professional supercross racing. And Hymas has taken great advantage of both Supercross Futures and the Scouting Moto Combine. Now, at the end of 22, Enzo Temmerman leading a lot of the way at the Scouting Moto Combine at Fox Raceway in California, but Noah Viney able to rally late and emerges as the winner. Great racing between these two. And we're waiting on Temmerman and Viney have not quite had that same level of success, looking for those factory rides, but certainly they've learned some things at the Combines. How about Casey Cochran last year at RedBud, jumping Larocco's leap, that's no joke, and just huge leads in both motos, kind of similar to what Deegan had done the year before. Julian Boumer keeping him honest for a bit. Look at Cochran go, though. Cochran learning from Brock Tickle, who was a coach last year, and now Cochran starting to move into the top 10 as a rookie in the pro class, and actually had his early career best at RedBud this year. Then the story of Gavin Towers last year at Ironman, dominated in his debut for the monster Yamaha Star Racing team. And now as a Yamaha ride, Towers over in Europe. Take some lessons there. Maybe we'll see him back in the United States, the young Pennsylvanian. So that's the history of the Scouting Moto Combine. We now move back to the 2024 edition. Cole Davies, Drew Adams, Christian Janik, some of the riders to watch. And let's listen in with one of the coaches, national champion, Zach Osborne.
It's now that it's rained, it's one of those tracks where, like, if you're doing a 210, you're not going to do a 207, but you can easily do a 214, like, with just one mistake. So it's like, just kind of find that pace where you aren't going to lose time. You know how to race, right? So just go out there and relax and do what you know you can do. You know? There's no reason to be nervous. There's some people here that are looking at you, but, like, at the same time, you want to just show what you can do and be yourself, you know. What's up? I'm Zach Osborne. We're here at RedBud for the Moto Combine. This is my first time coaching Combine. I've had a really good time so far. We did the Thursday festivities, which was a little bit of press training and a track walk with the guys. I think that it's really cool that they've developed this program to give these kids an opportunity to see how a pro program works, to be here in the pits, to see all the people that, you know, they're trying to ultimately impress to get a ride, and ride on real tracks, you know, real conditions, just like we race on Pro Day. So I think it's a really good development over the last few years that MX Sports has put in place to help these guys develop.
Well, the rollers are going to be different for the next one.
Yeah.
I'll go out again and look at them again and try to give you guys a little bit of insight on them. I'm going to have to say the more you can get out to that outside line, you know, as long as that inside line doesn't just come straight out there and somebody could kind of block you off, you know.
Yeah.
But if somebody's not right on your rear fender, I'm going out there all day, even if it's blown out, because you just carry that momentum, you can get on top. Yeah.
The next thing you know, you're just freaking whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you two, I'm super pumped. That's what I was hoping to see. I still want to see more progress. Like, I still want to see, let's beat freaking dudes that are going to Loretta's in the open pro sport. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on up there even more. If we can get a little better start, we'll have a better gate pick. You know? So, yeah.
Better 22nd, man.
For sure.
I'll take that.
Better gate pick, better mindset. We know where we stand now, but we still want more, right? If we can just get us a clutch, we'll be all right, you know?
Great stuff there from Ezra Lusk, who won a ton of Supercross and Motocross races at the highest level. Check out Alex Fedorstov there on the left, being coached by Brock Glover in the gray shirt and black hat on the right. All the riders' coaches telling them what to do with rain in the forecast, and then getting worse and worse as the afternoon here on a Friday went on. And Fedorstov would actually end up Q1. Nice job by the kid from Russia.
My name is Alexander Fedorstov. I'm racing for Club MX Yamaha. I'm running 250. I'm 250B class, and we're here at the RedBud Combine. It's my second combine, and track is awesome. We're done with the 2 qualifyings. First qualifying was pretty fast. I got pretty decent lap time. We have a good position for the start, and second qualifying got a little rain, but we managed it, and we're ready for motos.
See how he does then. There's Cole Davies warming up his debut with the Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing, the young rider from New Zealand. Logan Best on the Yamaha. Let's check in with last year's Combine winner, Casey Cochran, who's handing out some lessons of his own. He's the teacher now.
Yeah, down here at RedBud, down at the gate for the Combine, I got some guys I train with back at Bake Their Factory, and some guys I know that are doing this race, and I just went out for press day, got to look at the track, so it's turning around pretty good. We got some rain this morning, but a little soft, hard base, but it's actually going to be good for these motos, so I'm excited to go out and watch these guys and give them the little tips I can here and there from doing it last year. I was like thinking about it, but I think the corner is just too soft right now. It's coming around, but maybe later today, I don't know. Not right now, though. Did anyone do it in press? Other than 450s?
No, I don't know.
No idea.
These guys. No, these boys jumped, I think 2 or 3 of them jumped to the first track.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
The rut's not lined up, but the rut is good. And he can actually be on the less flexy part, be on the actual rigid part.
This gate inside is way better than being out here.
I'd rather be 10th than be inside.
Way better.
Qualifying is done. Riders have learned everything they can from their coaches. Now they've headed to the line for the first of 2 motos, although with the rain in the forecast, no one's sure what could happen later in the day. So we'll just keep the focus on the first moto here, at least for now. 25 minutes and 2 laps, the race duration. Revs are up, gates down. The 18, Landon Gordon with the lead, big pile up behind him, and that is Fedorstov, the fast qualifier. He's down in the 600. Preston Masciangelo out of Canada down with him on the 800. And it's the Kawasaki boys up front. We mentioned Gordon to the lead, and Christian Janek, his teammate, right behind him. As we head to the Hammer uphill triple. And this is Larocco's Leap. You heard Casey Cochran talking about it with Garrett Swanepoel. No one jumping that triple today. They've already had a lot of rain, so the bottom of that hill and the corner, very wet, slowing the bikes down. Landon Gordon, who was a mini-cycle racer last year, showed some flashes of speed in the Supercross Futures races and looking to win this one now out front early. I think I saw the number 2 of Fapani there, the 17 of Davies. Gordon starting to get away. Whew. And those sand rollers rough on Davies there. There's Fapani on the 2. And Drew Adams finally making a sighting. A bad start for the 300. He and Davies probably the favorites coming into this based on winning races in Supercross Futures, but this is RedBud, this is Pro Motocross, you never know. In fact, I don't know if anyone's seen very much motocross racing at all in America from Davies, and he's adjusting to the new team and bike. He was a gas rider, now on the Yamaha, they just announced it. Look at Gordon getting away. Still Christian Janik behind him, pair of monster Kawasaki Team Green riders. And this super deep, super rough track is the point. Put these guys on the same type of conditions as the pros. See Luke Fowser coming through here. Then a big battle. I think we got Avery Long and Liam Alof fighting on the Yamahas. There's Alof. At the back of this train, you're going to see Adams here in the 300. While Gordon just continues to pull away. Rider out of California, and this would be impressive. I think there's a long roadmap for Gordon as far as when he's going to turn pro. Where Adams, I think you might see him as a professional maybe next year. He's actually even been racing some pro races in Canada. Fowser keeping the Kawasaki boys honest up front, and here comes that unbelievable battle. That's Avery Long there on his Yamaha. Adams looking to make some moves now. While Gordon continues to pull away. It's like Janik's starting to close a bit. It's definitely less of a gap than there was. Tyler Mollett on the 20 has also been in that battle. There's Fowser, Mollett, Long, Davies, Adams, Alof, all up front. Now Adams starting to get through that group. But credit to Avery Long here. He is not making life easy on Adams. And Gordon just on a cruise. Although it's worth mentioning again, the 25-minute and 2-lap moto, much longer than most amateur races. Plus this track is so rough. And again, Gordon new to the 254 stroke this year, so that's a lot of bike to muscle around. Janik's been at it a bit on this machine, as has Adams. Looks like Adams maybe has cleared Long, now going after Luke Fowser. Fowser on the KTM again. Into the sand rollers, and it looks like Adams has now taken third place away. Fowser working his way back from some injuries, not even going to be able to race the Monster Energy AMA Amateur National Championship at Loretta Lynn's this year, missed the qualifying races. There's Davies, struggling a bit, had a decent start, but got shuffled back. I believe he was 10-12 at his moto scores at this race last year. Oh, was just about to say it was tightening up front, but there is Christian Janik, second place rider, tipped over, went down, just as he was starting to apply some pressure to Gordon here. So Gordon in the 18 continuing to pull away. Oh, and now he has problems. Stalls it in that rut. I'd say it's a little early in the development if Gordon could win this, but it's going to be tough. Janik's right there. And then you see Adams coming through. So the third place rider who's way back starting to close. That corner is causing trouble for everyone. That's what it's all about, learning on these rough tracks. And learning right now, I think you've got Long and Alof on the Yamahas moving forward. It's around Fowser. Alof looking good. He also has had some big injuries this year, working his way back, and this will definitely put you to the test. Adams has caught Janik. This will be a battle for second. Time starting to run out But now they have Gordon somewhat in sight on some of the longer sections of the track. So I don't think it's quite over. One more mistake like Gordon made before, and it could change. There's that second and third place battle. Janik and Adams. Gordon keeping it clean now, though. Last lap, let's see. Might just be down to a battle for second. Wait a minute! That's the leader! That is the leader! That's Gordon in the last turn, and Adams, who had just passed Janik, is gonna steal the moto win. Oh, what a bummer. Gordon led from the start to the last turn, and he will end up third. And there are the results. Alof and Long, like I mentioned, a good run late, be top 5. There's Janik after the second place run, and Drew Adams. You're going to see him talking to a lot of Honda people here. That's because he rides with the Lawrence brothers and Chance Hymas during the week at home. There's Hymas. And let's go to the podium with Rob Bidas.
Can I get a RedBud? You did not exactly get the start that you were hoping for, and you had to literally go to work for 20 minutes.
No, we had a horrible start that time. I was like third to last going into the last turn, and I rode a really bad race at the start, just kind of being sloppy. And once I got a pretty clear track, I just tried to put some laps in, and I got a little bit lucky on the last lap, but crashing is crashing, and the track's really tough out there. I was lucky enough to keep it on 2 wheels, and we'll get ready for the next moto.
We had a lot of great instructors out there. Who was the name on the front of your number plate?
Oh, we got Brock Glover at this combine, and I'll be getting him that cup today.
Brock Glover brought this young man down here. How about a nice round of applause for Drew Adams? How about a big round of applause for Kristen Janik? You come out here, you get an opportunity to ride the tricked out red, white, and blue bikes. It's the 5th of July. The crowd is starting to build. How is the 2024 RedBud working out for you?
It's awesome. The crowd's awesome. I was going over the flag jump every lap, and I can just hear them cheering me on.
Cheering you on is one thing. We got one more motor to go, and I know you want to stand on the top step. Who you want to give a big old shout out to?
My mom, my dad, Jesus for keeping me safe. The whole Monster Energy Team Green Kawasaki Pro Circuit team, Wrist Race Guy, the whole Fox crew, Maxima, Renthal, Hinson, and everybody. Thank you.
I tell you what, you did a fine job. You know what you got to do when you get on the podium down here, my man.
RedBud!
It's Landon Gordon here. We're at RedBud, and had a so-so. I mean, I'll take it for the first moto, third place, but I mean, we had the win in the bag. Crash last corner, so we'll be better next time. Chad Reed was my coach today, and he helped me a lot with nutrition, what to eat on a race day, what to drink. Yeah, I mean, I noticed it. It helped a lot. Yeah, this is my first combine. We'll definitely be at Ironman for the next one, and yeah, hopefully we can do the same there.
Let's hope we don't get the same conditions at Ironman. So this massive deluge came down, and they have elected to not run the second of the 2-moto format today. So it is going to wrap with just that first moto. That will declare Drew Adams as the overall winner, with Janik and Gordon second and third. And there was some lightning in the air. And also, I believe there is a concern of how compromised this would leave the racetrack for tomorrow's pro race with this much rain. I haven't heard that myself, but the lightning is certainly an issue. So there will not be second motos. And we saw what we saw. We saw the 25 minutes and 2 laps were good until it wasn't for Landon Gordon, and a clutch win for Drew Adams. If you're Gordon, you want to be a little stronger to the end. If you're Adams, you want to get a better start the next time. And hopefully we get a rematch at the next combine at Ironman. I want to thank U.S. Air Force Special Warfare Division for backing our show, everyone at RedBud, and all the coaches who volunteered their time to help these riders. MX Sports Pro Racing is the organizer of all this. And let's talk to Chad Reed, that's Landon Gordon's coach, for his take on the day for the young number 18.
So Moto 1 was great. Landon got the whole shot, so I was really proud of that. We worked on it with my group. You know, like I was just kind of like my years of coming here, it's one of my favorite tracks in the world. But the downside is it's a very difficult track to kind of make passes and to come from behind. So I kind of just was pretty kind of loud on track position. He ripped the whole shot and kind of just controlled it. Laid down a 2:15 on the first one, which was one of the, I think it was second fastest lap of the whole race. And he just, rode awesome. Unfortunately, he went all the way to the last turn, and I think he basically, like a turn and a half to go, exiting the rollers. Sounds like he tucked the front and crashed, so he went from first to third. But a solid moto for him, as he's kind of like one of the younger, smaller guys, so it's always nice to see those guys doing so well. Drew Adams was able to win, and he kind of had a polar opposite, actually. Landon, whole shotted and controlled the race from the front, and Drew came from quite a ways back, was doing some impressive lap times at the end, and was able to pull off the win.
Awesome to have a legend like Chad Reed working with these riders, and they're no doubt learning a lot with each one. Thanks for joining us for the Scouting Moto Combine from RedBud.